Why Eve and the children of Adam and Eve always can come back to the Garden of Eden is because God only told Adam and Eve that they cannot come into the garden anymore because they were not gods anymore, because they disrespect his rule to not take the apple, or not it's not actually about the apple at the way. It is more about respecting each other's boundaries, actually. That's more why the God told them, if you take the apple, there will be something else. And that was that he make of them humans instead of gods. Like Lilith, she walk away herself and is still a goddess of time and space. But the thing is, she curses those children, if you know. Like, yeah, I will curse Adam because Adam want to put me back into the Garden of Eden. And she didn't want it because she didn't want to be the wife that need to follow a man's rules, because she understand that if I need to follow a man's rules, I never can live my total free life as a woman, as myself, as who I am. So that's why she walked away, and she cursed the children that they will be sick or diminished or anything. It was not about her own children. It was about the children of the after the Adam and Eve children, because Eve was not made by a normal human or by a god. God made her. Adam did not make her. God made her. So that is also a different story. That is a truth, because the God made her and not Adam. Adam maybe wanted a different wife that follow him, but that's what you see. If you follow a man in his desires, he will always go and look for another woman or another desire or anything else. That's why if you are going to be more in your feminine side, the man will come by itself to you. And even if you want to say hi to a man as a woman, you can do it too. Because Lilith, she did not have any rules how to do or be with a man. She just was herself. And she had her own boundaries and her own standards. And she did not want to have sex with a man that hurt her. That's why she walked away of the Garden of Eden. It's actually kind of normal for me. Like, you see, I don't want to be hurt by a man myself too. So I can relate with her story about it. And that's also the funny thing, is the children can always come back to the Garden of Eden, because God did not tell that their children will be also cursed as Adam and Eve. So, and even then, you have very longer life as that you actually think, because you can say in your mind that you are a different age as that your documents are. And that's a very secret thing. I won't do that very often, because even if you do it very quick, to the Peter Pan theory of Wonderland, you can always be an inner child. And that is true. You can really go back as a 14 age or 8 years or whatever. But the thing is, you will go back in that age that you were yourself. So you will live again your traumas. You will live again your fears if you had it in that age, and then relive it in this normal body. That's why you can see my skin is so good and shiny. I did the Peter Pan theory, like for myself, is a funny story, because I found some quotes and then I did a journey about it. And there's another story than the Garden of Eden story, because there are so plenty of stories and they are so all so wonderful. to describe and to decode and code, and that's what I do. I am an hustler. I love to puzzle stories and make the stories about how I think it is the truth for me. And if the truth is for me, it can also be your truth. That's for yourself. But for me, I love to make my own truths. And even then, I did not come live in this moment of time that billions years ago, you know. I am living now, and I can trans travel and go back in time, or I did some mushrooms and then I went in the story of that, why I can tell this nowadays. And that is very awesome. But also now I know I want to be now here. I don't want to take any mushrooms at this moment of time, because it really does things with your mind. It opens a lot of things with yourself. That's why I also did ayahuasca. And ayahuasca is for me still a very healing plant. It's a really plant I did like in 2020. So then I know that the stories what I talk about is also that I did a lot of trance traveling and inner journeys with myself, and I did a lot of things to know those codes and to know those informations myself. And for me, I love to speak the truth, or eerlijkheid myself. My own language is Netherlands, but I speak now in English because I feel like it's more globally to interact in this language. And that's also fine, you know. Yeah, that was a funny video. And I see you hopefully soon. I don't know when it will come. I just be very spontaneous and being me and whatever. And yeah, I wish you the best and have a wonderful, lovely life. And yeah, be friends and be kind to each other. That's the most wonderful thing. And plant your seeds for the fruits of the Garden of Eden on the earth. That's one thing for sure. Then we can all eat plenty of fruits in the gardens everywhere on the earth. Yeah, that's one thing I want to give to you. And I did myself. I planted some cherries in the garden, and I put some other fruits in the garden. Even here in the hospital, I just plant the fruits. If I eat some, wait, I can show you. I even have my cherries here. Yeah, those things you can eat, cherries. It's funny. And those apples, even the wild apple, I heard it is poisonous. So I don't know if you can eat normal apples in the supermarket this time of year. I am not sure anymore if I could eat apples, but I did eat apples and they were nice. But now I eat cherries. Yeah, they are really lovely. There are very plenty of them. And then you just have the seed here, the seed, and then you put it in the garden. Everywhere. Just put it everywhere you come. You have a whole box. Just go, if you have a supermarket and you have a supermarket in the city, just eat the box, put the seed, put them directly in the garden. And then everywhere we have fruits. In Amsterdam, Haarlem, in New York City, everywhere. We can make it together in the whole wide world. So plant your fruits and we can eat in plenty. That's how we can make plenty of fruits everywhere we go. Ayo, Captain!